Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is a bonus reading for Scorpio, your next love interest. So let's see who this is, anything else that you may need to know. All right, we have, I see single people. I see someone new, starting something new. Very nice. It could be somebody who's newly single when it comes up this way. Maybe both of you. Yeah, I do see longing for love. I do see a crush. It's the start of something here. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I do see an energy of someone feeling pretty confident here. A lot of happiness. And I do. Oh my goodness. I do see a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. I feel like you got someone here who has been crushing on you for a while. They're about to get things going. I do think this is someone reliable. I do see you taking a leap of faith with this person, Scorpio. Very nice. And this is someone very confident about how they feel, but I do feel that energy of kind of taming the beast a little bit here. Okay, look before you leap. But this is somebody emotionally mature. They're available. Now, this person is generally somebody who looks at the bright side of things. I do think they're playful, youthful, a little flirty. Yeah. I do feel like this person is someone who, there's romantic feelings here. So I do feel they can be a little romantic as well. Wow, they are definitely solid. I do think this is somebody who's going to, they're coming in right, like they're available. So that's really nice. Now, the King of Cups energy, a person like this is often, as far as work goes, they have a lot of inner strength, a lot of self-control too. So I do feel like this person is someone who, kind of compassionate, but they could be work in healthcare. They're definitely somebody has that compassionate kind of energy. Yeah, there's something about this person. I don't know if they fit the mold. Let's have a look at the King of Cups. This person here. Yeah, they're their own anchor. So they are single. They're not somebody, they have control of their emotions and self-control. Yeah, they're their own anchor. They're solid, this person here. So I do think this is going to start off really well. There's this, the anchor is that emotional anchor. This is somebody who, for some of you, I do feel newly single, but it could be just starting something new. Look at both of you, but I do feel it's about starting it. I see a little Virgo energy here and some Leo too. Strong Leo. Yeah, it's a whole new cycle here too. See, good luck and timing, beautiful energy, things both of you seeing each other in a very positive way. So it's very high vibrational. What does this person do for work here? I don't know if this person's a risk taker. Yeah, they could be somebody who works in healthcare. It could be a psychiatrist. Yeah, energy of healing, a healing energy. Interesting. This person, but they're solid, like they're their own anchor. They keep their emotions in control. So whatever this person does for work, it definitely does look like health, mental health. Tell me more about this person. Yeah, this person, I do feel a very deeply emotional person, but I do think they have it under, they keep that in control. So I do feel this person deals with people, maybe, they could be a psychiatrist or something, or, yeah, they work in that industry. They could work with children. Maybe they work in a school as a counselor, but they deal with people who are confused. Yeah, or people who are deeply emotional, have maybe just emotional problems. Interesting. Wow. Let's have a look at the King, or pardon me, not the King of Cups. Let's have a look at that Sun. That's what I want to see. Single energy. Someone here could be newly single, could be yourself when this takes place. Let's have a look at the Six of Cups. Yeah. So I do feel it's an energy of coming together, going down this path. So it's an energy of kind of a change of course. So somebody definitely could have just come apart from someone and newly single. Let's have a look at this Leo energy. Yeah, so someone who definitely happy, often looks at the bright side. Very nice. Happy home, happy life kind of energy. A lot of happiness, a lot of strength. I actually feel like the two of you are going to, I mean, this is something that literally could take off here. Yeah, they could be at a distance. I see travel or somebody coming to visit someone here. I do see an energy of calm. So if you have come apart from somebody here, you might be connecting with this person or vice versa, but it's two single people going down this path. So I do see an energy with this, the world in between. So very interesting. Definitely an energy of someone moving away from something for sure, but it's an energy of, I feel this could be somebody at a distance traveling. If you take a trip or travel, this is where you could connect it. Now this person may give you a ticket to come visit them, often when I see that, but it is about committing to this, some kind of commitment. It doesn't mean marriage, it's just committing to this. So there's something about traveling, moving forward. Yeah, look at that, both of you taking a leap of faith here. Look at that. This is a new path. I do feel this is a whole new path for both of you. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so somebody's definitely, there's been some hurt. Someone's entered a cycle. So there's definitely been some hurt and heartache. So yeah, there's definitely been hurt. So it could be someone who has been hurt. And I do see that healing energy. But this is really interesting. Yeah, it's an energy of making a choice. Some of you too, you may be making a choice between two, but someone ending something because of hurt and heartache. Yeah, we have someone who's walked away. It's now seeking something new. So someone will be seeking something new. And we have a Queen of Swords. So this could be someone giving someone advice, but it could be yourself, Scorpio, maybe cutting someone out. Because I feel this energy of something about timing. And this is often good luck. This is an opportunity here. Look at that. So this is about starting something new. You might be telling someone, just saying it straight up, that you're starting something new. I see communicating very clearly. So you're going to communicate something clearly. Now, this could be someone giving advice as well, but often the Queen of Swords does associate with Scorpio. So, but it's about expressing yourself. I do feel like there's been hurt and heartache where you haven't been maybe happy, but there's that beautiful new energy. I do see an energy of King of Pentacles, so some of you may have a choice. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's even just this person's stable. Someone who plans, prepares ahead. See, someone's planning a trip. I don't know, they could be giving you a ticket, you know, but it's something where they're committing to this trip and travel. Yeah, I do think you're going to be discerning. Yeah, I think you're going to be making yourself pretty clear here, but I do see positive communication. I do see witty, charming, even funny here. We know the Queen of Swords can be that way with that very positive energy. Yeah, I do think the feelings are mutual here. Yeah, so I do feel like this is possibly travel, a trip, going somewhere, they're coming to visit. This is a person who plans ahead. Somebody's planning ahead. Very grounded. This is someone prepared. Someone's preparing here. Very, very nice. They are stable. Yeah, I do see being a little cautious, playing it a little safe. Yeah, so I do feel there's a little bit of a risk here too. I mean, this could be where you meet somebody long distance. You may be going to visit each other. You're going to take the leap of faith and go down this path. Yeah, someone's leaving something behind. One last look over their shoulder. It looks like both people, or just confirmation that you are. But I do see this energy of caution, you know, looking before you leap. Kind of playing it a little bit safe. I feel like, you know, just being a little careful what you wish for here. Interesting. Tell me about the Fool. Yeah, so I do feel some of you have dealt with someone here. You're leaving something behind. It has to do with maybe being a little skeptical, but it has to do with somebody sneaking away. So I do feel some of you are taking a risk with someone here sneaking away. It looks like a getaway, because I feel like you don't want this person to get away. Yeah, very interesting energy. I do think there's a little bit of a secret here. So it could be where you're between two worlds and maybe taking a little risk with someone to start something. Yeah. Tell me about the sun here, because everything's coming out in the open. It's going to be exposed. So there's definitely, but it's happy. I feel this is a lot of happy energy. It's all about luck, timing something here. Yeah, a little aha moment, a little enlightenment. It has to do with a victory. Yeah, this is very positive. Now, I wonder if you're between two worlds and maybe just walked away or thinking of walking away from someone, and then you have this new opportunity here. Very interesting. And, you know, the Seven of Swords is sneaky, but I do feel maybe a little insecurity, but, I mean, it could have to do with, I mean, the Seven of Swords is often the one that got away. So, and I do see that Ace of Wands energy. I think you don't want this person to get away or vice versa, so they're offering this pentacle. Some of you got two here. There's something going on with this. But there's definitely someone who's emotionally mature and available. Yeah. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so I do see harmony and balance, being fair. So it's about justice. It looks like somebody is in between two worlds. I would be a little cautious with this person to make sure that this person is someone who, because I feel it's telling you to be discerning here. But you're feeling happy if it's yourself, unless you have a person who's, you know, giving you some kind of advice, enlightenment. See, it's all about clarity. And I do see it's very happy, very positive. So it's all about this harmony between two people. See, happy home, happy life. I feel like you're seeing the bigger picture here. If you're not happy with someone and you're between two worlds, it could be yourself thinking of cutting someone out. Because if you meet somebody new, I do think it's an energy of not wanting someone to get away. But it's possible if you're between two worlds, somebody else here doesn't want you to get away. So that's interesting. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. All isn't what it seems. I see a little confusion, things hidden. Yeah, there you are. You know what you want. So I do feel you're sneaking away from someone here. But it's like you don't want this other person to get away. I think you're going to be between two worlds. But this is where you know what you want and you're just going for it. See, taking a leap of faith. Do make sure you aren't question this person that you're moving towards. If you feel there's something hidden or unknown, okay, don't be afraid to speak up and speak your mind, but it's looking positive. Tell me more about this person's an anchor. They're emotionally stable. Okay, they're not somebody who, they don't have mental health issues or anything. They're stable. So yeah, emotionally stable. So I did ask what they do for work. They could work in healthcare or a healer or, you know, a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, anything like that. But it does look like they deal with people who, you know, like I say, feeling confused or just sad. You know, the mood, you know, interesting. If there is any kind of confusion, I do think it's going to be cleared up here. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Yeah, so a little Sag energy, but it's somebody here taking a little step back. This is someone probably different than your usual type, but I do think somebody is trying to sneak away and take a trip because they don't want someone to get away. And I do think this is that energy of two people possibly coming apart. There's been some hurt. But I also feel a little concerned about a third party. Now, if the person that you're with is saying they're moving on from a relationship, really be careful about that. Because if you do feel something is off, it could be. So that's why I feel the Queen of Swords is here. But it looks positive. Yeah, I do see a Sagittarius energy, Aries. Maybe even a Leo for some of you. It could be this person, but I do think they're emotionally mature and available. Yeah, I feel like choices here. You may have a choice between two. I do see a Libra energy here as well. Yeah, this is somebody taking control of his situation. I feel traveling, going somewhere. I think you're going to go someplace with somebody here because they are taking the lead. And they're in control of their emotions, and they're determined to succeed. Now, it could be somebody else who's, moving on. But if you have a choice here, I feel it's an energy. It has to do with some sort of commitment. And I do feel, there's harmony. And this person, I do see travel or taking a trip, going someplace, visiting someone. And it's about this mutual energy. But I do think some of you are going to be discerning. You may have a person here you might be, think they're being a player, or they're up to something sneaky. But I feel like it's more like all isn't what it seems, definitely. So I really do feel there's two people going to come apart, two coming together. And I do see this energy of playing it a little bit safe here. But someone here is looking. I feel like you're going to be looking at this look over your shoulder, maybe what you're leaving behind, where someone may not have your best interest at heart. Yeah, so I do feel that energy of being a little careful what you wish for, but I do feel I do think there's somebody who's got a lot of feelings and they're kind of keeping them to themselves, maybe waiting for the right time for this person to tell you how they feel. But I see a trip and travel and them taking the lead. Let's have a look at the Chariot. Yeah, it's a person who's been thinking things through, choosing their battles. So if you are dealing with, some of you, it could be a relationship coming apart. But it's also this coming together, going down this path. So I do see taking a little bit of a risk, because it is about thinking it through, choosing those battles. Someone is definitely, looking at this. I feel it's either yourself or this person leaving something behind. There's been hurt and heartache, maybe even a third party. So I do see a little sneaky energy, but yeah, I do see a house and a home, a solid foundation. I do see someone maybe even moving and relocating, but it's like somebody visiting someone, coming to see someone. And like I say, it's someone building the foundation. So I do feel it's about building a foundation, starting things off right. So tell me about the Justice. Why is Justice here? Queen of Pentacles. So it's an energy of staying very grounded, being practical and sensible. Some of you are, I do feel, leaving something behind. You're looking at the situation and all the details. But I do see the King and Queen of Pentacles, the power couple. Yeah, possible third-party energy, but I do feel there's someone who feels hurt, ending a cycle. See, but there's happiness. So there's light at the end of the tunnel here. I definitely feel, I do feel it could even be yourself in that energy. But definitely make sure that you make yourself very clear, because I see the little aha moment or some kind of idea that makes you happy. If you have a person who keeps making up excuses about commitment or taking things to the next level, or they keep putting on the brakes, this is where I feel like you're going to start thinking things through. Someone who makes up excuses. Interesting. Yeah, someone breadcrumbing. I feel like this is where feeling like there's not a lot of hope, feeling kind of sad here. But yeah, if you've got a person who, maybe you're getting breadcrumbs, someone's not spending time with you, but I do see another person, and I do see this person. I do feel like if you are feeling confused, don't be afraid to put on the brakes yourself here and take a look at the situation. But like I say, I see this building the foundation. It looks like somebody wants to see someone. Yeah, it has to do with someone committing. See, I feel like someone here is content the way things are. They don't want to take things any further. But I also see somebody ending a relationship. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Yeah, we have a person assessing the situation. It has to do with sincerity, but it has to do with clearing the path, moving forward. I feel like you have an opportunity coming in. This is a whole new cycle, and I do see a little romantic energy. I see a little romantic getaway, or somebody wanting to come and see you. It could be yourself. Yeah, I do see its energy of stability, partnering up. I feel it's all about a partner, looking at this, wanting a partner. and the stability. So I could be just going someplace, meeting in the middle. But it is about stability and partnering up and getting together. I feel like you have a person here who makes up a lot of excuses. They put on the brakes, and this is why I feel like you're going to take a leap of faith here. And I do feel because that Fool is here twice, it's both people. Or this is something that's happened a couple of times where someone's putting on the brakes. So it's telling you to think it through. But I do feel we have someone taking decisive action. Someone doesn't want you to get away. But I feel like, for some of you, I just feel like it's yourself. You don't want this other person to get away. Yeah, I do see reason to celebrate, getting to know people, friends, family, someone from another community. But this is about celebrating some sort of get-together, reunion. Whoever this person is, they're emotionally mature. And I do feel it could be someone taking you someplace, maybe introduce you to some friends. But it could just have to do with another community. But there's some sort of celebration. There's good news. So you're about to receive some good news. Now, you could have a person in your social circle, friend or family, someone giving advice, telling you to go for it here, because I do see someone's history, the way someone conducts themselves. But I do feel it's a question of whether you're being faithful or loyal. And I do see that energy of, not having to justify yourself with someone who's breadcrumbing or not spending time, who constantly makes up excuses. Someone who tells you is sorry, feel sorry for me. So this is where I feel like it's like you're trying to get away from something here. I do kind of feel like it's yourself, but it's about looking forward. It's telling you to, because this has to do with this past. The Queen of Pentacles is looking at past, trying to be sensible and practical, seeing the reality of the situation, because things are about to get real. And I feel with this person, whoever they are, they are emotionally stable. They're solid emotionally. It's all about partnerships, partnering up. Yeah, look at that. It's all about this offer, opportunity, and invitation to go someplace, travel, take a trip, to visit people. Somebody could be inviting you along, but I also see acquaintances, getting acquainted with people. So really interesting. I feel like this is something that could be happening already here. But it's an energy of this positive energy with the Queen of Swords. It's about truth, seeing the truth. I see an idea, something making you happy. Yeah, and it has to do with the Star. See, it's whether someone has your best interest at heart. I do feel like you have someone who's very sincere. And if you are dealing with someone who's ending a relationship, it's about this person moving forward. See, it's all about moving forward, leaving something behind, clearing the path, looking to see if the coast is clear. It's an energy of someone assessing, but it's an energy of someone who looks at every little detail to see that, it's safe. Pretty interesting energy here. It's hard to say, to be honest, how this goes. If you are feeling a little bit of, confused, it's about having a conversation. You may be talking to people about this, and I think someone's telling you to go for it, because I do feel like you have someone who doesn't want to commit, or some of you dealing with somebody who's in a relationship, and they're telling you that they're going to, move on from a situation and start something new. I do feel like some of you have had something that's happened a couple times with a particular person too, who makes up excuses. And then this is where I feel like you feel like there's no hope, where this person doesn't have your best interest at heart. So yeah, you got a person who keeps you waiting. So this is an energy of waiting, expanding your own horizon. See, this is all what happens when someone keeps someone waiting. I think you got a new person coming in. I do see Cancer energy, definitely Pisces, Scorpio, masculine, or just a person who's emotionally mature. Yeah, they do work. They are someone who plans, prepares ahead. So this is somebody planning something. But I think you're going to plan this with another person. Very interesting energy. This is a whole new cycle. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like this is about thinking things through. It's about choosing your battles. So it's about someone taking decisive action. See, I feel like some of you are dealing with someone who's kind of sneaky, like, and I don't think it's this person. I feel like it's what you're leaving behind. Someone who doesn't want you to get away, but they're keeping you in this energy of making up excuses, putting on the brakes. And this is where I feel like you're going to put on the brakes and take this other opportunity. Yeah, you're dealing with a person who's kind of sneaky. They're up to something here, you know. Some of you could be dealing with someone who's not faithful, but I feel like it's more like that game playing. And I do think this sneaking away, yeah, I feel like you're trying to get away. And you come apart from someone and they try to come back in. But they're going to do the same thing again. Someone who keeps doing the same thing. So this is where you need to teach someone how you want to be treated. There it is. I think it's yourself putting on the brakes, taking back your power, and you're going to take this other opportunity. It could be just to go to visit people. You know, maybe this person wants to introduce some friends or just a getaway. It feels like a getaway, just going someplace. I mean, I do see a house and a home, maybe a bed and breakfast or a hotel. Really interesting. But this person is solid. They have the anchor, and I like that because they are single. So they aren't hiding anything. It's not them, it's the other person. But it's an energy of someone who definitely there's issues, that playing energy, playing games, manipulating, someone who's determined to win. It's someone who doesn't want you to get away, but yet they keep doing this. So there you go. Yeah, this is the two of you. You're going to come together with someone else. I do think it'll be a friends first situation. See, I feel it's being planned and prepared. But it's funny, the Queen of Pentacles energy. See, it's about energy of being safe, feeling comfortable with someone. Something is starting to feel off. It's starting to feel uncomfortable with this person. So I feel like it's about losing interest because of this new energy coming in. I do feel like you're moving towards happiness here. Like I say, it's a crush, a longing for love. But there it is. I do feel you've got an opportunity with this person. It's hard to say what they do. I mean, I do see that energy of the moon. It's an energy of somebody who, like someone who works in a healing industry. I mean, it could be just the energy between the two of you, but I do see someone who's stable financially. And it is about the two of you partnering up. Like you could just meet someplace, especially if they're at a distance, meeting in the middle here. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to have to make a decision in the future. Yeah, I do think it's telling you to stay positive, to look at the bright side. Because when you leave something behind that isn't working and where you're going, so I do feel like you're going to have to make a decision. I do think you're going to really think this through. But yeah, I mean, I do feel maybe you're just feeling a bit confused here. Tell me more about this King of Cups. This is someone, I mean, they're available, and I do feel they want to take the lead. But it has to do with another person. Yeah, it's about justice and harmony, being fair. See the harmony between you and this person. Just right. I think justice is in your favor. This is a person who would commit. Look, see in the bigger picture. Happy home, happy life, emotional fulfillment. See being happy. It's telling you too to look at what makes you happy, because this is something I feel that you're going to have to make this choice of cutting somebody out. It's about seeing the truth. If you're sitting in a situation of feeling confused, because it's almost like, you're a little uncertain here. But I got to tell you, the Ten of Cups is about connecting with this person, being happy. So really do look at, it's all about being happy. It's all about what you want, what makes you happy. And it's about two people coming together, content, having a really good time. I do see, you could be traveling to a large gathering, a get-together. It could be some people. There could be a union of other people, maybe even a wedding or something like that. But Very interesting energy. Yeah, I do think that you're going to be a little confused here. But I do think this person is somebody here who could make you happy. They're mature, they're available, they're an anchor. So they have that anchor, and I like that the most here. So I do think it's yourself kind of putting on the brakes. But this person definitely, I feel like you're dealing with someone who does this. But this is where you take back your power and you're changing your focus with the Queen of Wands onto another person. But I do think you're going to have to make a decision. So very interesting. Take care, and we'll see you soon.